If he's now defined success as in removing the supreme leader, then what's the next step? Is there magically going to be some democracy that comes in to Iran? I don't think so. I think you're right to highlight some of the lack of connectivity between the media comments of some of the stated objectives and then the reality of how he's using military force or using other means such as economic means that have taken place for a long time against the regime, media, diplomacy to try to achieve some type of objective. I don't see a clarity in what this is, that what the president wants to achieve. I think it's also really important to highlight one thing that I haven't seen a lot in the news is President Trump went to Riyadh last May in 2025 and said that the U.S. Entanglement in foreign adventures in nation building was over. So I think this is another example of a lack of really a real clear strategy. And so I think that's reflected in some of the comments we're seeing and failure to try to articulate that publicly. And then now he's going to have to articulate that to the American people. I was a U.S. service member for over 20 years. And I think we always remember, and I think other Americans sometimes, they have to remember as well that that's the cost of any type of these military campaigns, regardless of if that's the intention of what would happen or not. That's always a threat. And so I think that's the question that leads, or is a result of your first question of the strategy and the means in which we're trying to achieve something. And is it within the U.S. vital interest? As in, is it in the interest for the United States to spend blood, treasure, etc., to try to achieve something or try to achieve some type of objectives? And so I think what you're articulating here, what you're seeing is what does the American public think of what will the U.S. achieve, and reflected on what happened just a few months ago with Venezuela. So I think all these things are linked collectively together as far as what's the strategy of all these different types of interventions internationally. I think you're right to highlight this paradox of he's very interested in markets and deals and economic focus. I do think, though, that the American people, if there's a very clear national security need, that there generally would be supportive of such a type of military action. So I think, once again, we're trying to find a way in which the president needs to link some type of strategy or some type of goal and objective or a purpose in the military operation and link that to the interests of the U.S. people. And just their wallets is only one aspect of that. I think there's also, you mentioned as well, the psychological aspect of is America safer, and all these type matters. Well, once again, if he's now defined success as in removing the supreme leader, then what's the next step? There's been some mention this word of nation building or at least regime change. And then so if the United States has in this turn broken Iran, then what is the next step? How is it going to lead to the next step? Is there magically going to be some democracy that comes in to Iran? I don't think so. So I think that's the big step here. And I would also look from another military standpoint of what has been the cost in military logistics and the readiness of U.S. forces, in the amount of munitions that are being used in the interceptors, not only in this conflict, but also last summer. And so I think that this is something else that Pentagon planners will also need to continue to advise the president on, because quite truthfully, there are other threats and military missions that the United States military would have to be ready to address.